Hi, I'm Ashley and I'm a second-year vet student at St. George's University. And for today's vlog, I'm going to be taking you with me and going through some of the informational sessions that I'm looking at for the laboratory animal medicine residency programs within the United States. The laboratory animal medicine residencies typically last 3 to 4 years with 1 or 2 positions that are open per year. So it's highly competitive. Since research has been a passion of mine within the veterinary field for a couple of years, I am leaning more towards research at the moment as a career choice. Today is November 1st, and I am going to be doing the first virtual Zoom meeting with CDC today. CDC honestly has been at the top of my list for about 4 years now. So I'm extremely excited to learn more about this residency program and kind of figure out what it all entails. The Veterinary Match Day website is a little bit vague sometimes on what these programs actually do, so I'm highly interested in learning more. So for those of you who don't know, CDC is a massive organization that is known globally. It's the Centers for Disease and Control. But for a veterinarian within that sector, we would be dealing with a lot of infectious diseases, I believe, and food safety, public health, stuff like that, which is what I'm mostly interested in at the moment. I have a couple of different ideas on what type of research I want to do, but for right now, I'm trying to keep an open mind on what I would like to do. So learning about these different programs will help me figure out if this is actually something I want to do. But I did want to share it with all of you in case anyone else is thinking about doing a residency program in laboratory animal medicine. I'm excited to learn more today, and I hope you guys do enjoy this video. This is mostly just going to be me talking about how the information sessions went and kind of like the key points of each one, because I know every program is different. This would be an additional 3 or 4 years once I'm done with my 4 years of my DVM. If you do want to learn more about my vet school journey, please subscribe. Like this video if you want to learn more about if I go on to residency or if I do an internship or externship. I just finished the informational meeting for CDC and it went really well. I learned quite a bit of information about the program, and I still want to say it's like in the top choices for me at least. It's definitely a program where I've been really wanting to do this. For CDC, there are a total of 2 positions open each year, and it is a 4-year program in Atlanta, Georgia. So it's a big, beautiful city. I've actually been to Atlanta a few times, and I actually enjoyed exploring the city a little bit. But overall, I think the program was pretty good. They deal with a lot of different species. They have a lot of different on-call rotations to do. There's a lot of clinical pathologist stuff that we would do. With this program, we would be doing a certification for the laboratory animal medicine. This does not include a master's program or a PhD. This is just a straight certification to go into laboratory animal medicine. And with this program, I would also be doing a research project with one of the PIs, which would be pretty interesting to do, on top of doing all of the clinical rotations and the didactic lectures. It is November 3rd, and today is going to be my second day of looking at a residency program for laboratory animal medicine. Today is the University of Missouri. So I've actually had the opportunity to tour the University of Missouri's vet school, and I absolutely fell in love with it. It would be amazing if I could actually go to a school or a program where I've actually been before. I'm excited to learn a lot about it tonight, and I will let you know kind of what the information is that I find out. So I just finished with the University of Missouri's informational meeting about the comparative animal medicine program. Honestly, I'm leaning more towards this program because it gives a lot of opportunities to do research, and there are chances to do infectious diseases, which is amazing. They have a bunch of different animal species, so I could figure out which species I want to work with later on. They have a bunch of alumni to help me figure out where to go after I graduate from the residency program. It is a 3-year program in Columbia, Missouri. So with this, you can really tailor it to how you want to do your residency program. You can take the exam to become board certified with comparative animal medicine. You can also do a master's program or a PhD. So this really does have a lot more opportunities for me, potentially, to like branch out in case I'm not too certain on where I want to end up by the time I get to applying for residencies. They have 3 open positions this year. I'm hoping it continues to be 3 for the next additional years. That's a lot of like students that they accept per year, because most of the programs only accept 1, so that's kind of exciting in itself. You would get to be with more people, and you wouldn't just be like alone during your residence year. It is November 4th, and for today we are going to be looking at the Cornell University's Laboratory Animal Medicine Residency Program. I'm super excited for this one. I actually started my college career at Cornell University during my high school summers, and I had so much fun on that campus. It was beautiful. I really enjoyed it. So if I could go to another place again, that would be definitely one of the top veterinary schools I would go to for my residency. I will let you know and update you on how it goes. I just finished listening to the Cornell University's residency meeting. It went pretty well. They do have 1 position open typically per year for the residency program. It is in Ithaca, New York. For those of you who don't know where Cornell University is, it's a beautiful campus. It's massive. The residency program, unfortunately, probably doesn't really match what I'm looking for. So I think the University of Missouri at the moment is still kind of my top one out of the 3 that I've looked at so far. It is a 3-year program. They do research, didactic learning, and clinical setting. So you get kind of exposure to everything. You don't get a master's with this one. They do have plenty of species that they work with, and I thought that was really neat. They actually are planning on adding some more additional animals. I think he was talking about some bats. I just finished learning more about the Emory University residency program for laboratory animal medicine, and it was pretty unique. I actually have not heard of any other like residency program doing this, but there are like 2 separate things that you could do. It's almost like you could track. That was quite interesting. Like, they deal with a lot of infectious diseases, which is what I'm interested in doing. And they are one of the last residency programs that does have monkeys involved in their research, which I thought was really unique because it would be nice to learn like all different types of species if possible. I thought that was really unique. And then they also do have some externships available for 4th year students. So I'm really interested in potentially doing that and seeing if it's a good fit. They do a lot of neuroscience as well. They work a lot with the School of Medicine at Emory University. And for those of you who don't know where that's at, it is like in or near Atlanta, Georgia. It is a 3-year program, and you get to do a lot with IACUC. You get to work with them a lot to establish protocols and making sure that the inspections are done correctly. I think overall this program was really good. I'm still leaning towards the University of Missouri's one for the moment, but as I do like more research on my own during my 3rd and 4th year, I'll probably have a better idea on what programs I'm most interested in doing. So it is November 8th, and I just got off of the residency for Johns Hopkins University, and what an amazing program, honestly. They do have 2 positions open for the clinical research portion, and then they also have like an additional position open for like a PhD research solely focused on that. They work with a lot of primates, and they work with zebrafish, which is what I used to work on in my undergrad, so that would be amazing to work with them again. For those of you who don't know, Johns Hopkins is in Baltimore. They have a couple of different locations that they have, like the primates housed in, the rodents, and some additional species. Even with the clinical track, they were mentioning that with all of the board-certified laboratory animal medicine programs, you have to do a research project that eventually becomes published. So honestly, I could do anything with the infectious diseases that I've been interested in, and they have a lot of disease research projects going on. That was really impressive. The amount of studies that they have done, especially with COVID and malaria, all of like the traditional infections that you typically hear about nowadays. Once I get to my residency time to like apply, I have no idea how I'm going to make these decisions on which programs to apply to and how to rank them, because honestly it would be amazing. For the last residency program I looked at the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make the actual informational meeting itself because we had a family emergency that happened, so I missed that, but the program director was nice enough to email me directly with some answers to my questions about what the program was like. That was one of the better programs that I saw. And she did mention that there are externships with Mayo Clinic too during my clinical year, so I might actually go ahead and apply for some of those just to see if it's something I want to do. At the moment, I'm still debating whether or not to do a residency program or just go straight into work right after school. A lot is undecided at the moment, so I'm still trying to figure things out. But I hope you enjoyed this different type of video. If I do decide to go down that route, you will be the first to know. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more, and I will catch you all next week.